Hi, my name is Adelle Tracey, middle distance HOKA athlete and makeup artist. Join me as I get ready for race day. So I am just prepping my skin, and I think this is the key to making my makeup stay while I'm racing, because I'm going to be sweating a lot, and I feel like good prep just means the makeup doesn't move. So I always use an SPF every day. Being outside is important to protect the skin. For a race in the summer, I always make sure I have Factor 50 on my face every day. Okay, now for the fun part, we are moving on to makeup. I usually just wear a little bit of concealer, just where I feel like I need it. I've always loved doing my makeup for race day because I feel like it's such a sort of ritualistic part of the process of getting ready and feeling ready to perform, and showing up how you want to show up. I'm really inspired by other athletes and kind of seeing their rituals and routines, and seeing how they show up and express themselves on race day is so interesting. And I think it can be such a confidence booster, even if it's just sort of putting a plait in your hair or just making yourself feel like you've got an individual kind of way of expressing yourself on race day. So I like using cream blusher because you can use it in a number of different ways. And I actually put it on my eyelids because I just feel like it really wakes my face up having a bit of colour. So I'm just doing a little bit of bronzer here to just warm everything up. So typically on race day, as I'm getting ready, I'll usually write a list of all the different steps of what I'm going to do, and that kind of takes the thought process out of the day so that I'm able to just enjoy myself, because I feel like when I'm having fun, that's when I get the best results. So I feel like for me, brows are such an important step of the process. I feel complete when I have my brows looking the way I like them. I love using a sort of eyeliner pen to mimic the hair strokes. So I sort of get my pen and just mimic the hairs that are already there. I honestly feel like the best way to kind of relieve nerves is to really lean into having fun, because there's honestly no fear when you're having fun. So even if I don't have any makeup on, which is normally the case day to day, then I always love putting on brows. It just kind of makes me feel ready, and I just think it makes such a difference. Okay, so moving on to eyeliner. I like to start on the inside with my eye open and just go right along the lash line, into the bed of the lashes, all the way to the edge, to swing it out. So I actually studied makeup at university, and we did all sorts, so from prosthetics to film and TV makeup, and you just learn so many different techniques for hair and makeup in different contexts. And I think that's what I loved about the course, because it meant that every day was different. So I've been fortunate enough to work in lots of different settings with makeup, whether that be sort of more prosthetics and film and TV, or fashion and editorial, and also weddings as well. I've done quite a lot of athletes' weddings, and that's been such a joy to kind of work with people in person and just make them feel really special on their special day. So I am just adding a little bit of a coppery sort of eyeliner. So just finishing off with mascara. I like to sort of wiggle through my lashes to keep clumps at bay. And I always go for a waterproof mascara on race day, because we are running outside, whatever the weather. So the final step of my makeup is just to kind of do a bit of a powder to set everything. And I sort of use translucent powder. I take it under any areas that I really want to stay in place, so particularly under the eyes where I've concealed, and then around the nose, do the T-zone, and areas where you feel like you might sweat a little bit more and your makeup's more prone to moving. And then I just use a smaller sort of fluffy brush to finish off with a bit of highlighter. And I like to sort of highlight on the high points of the face. So tip of the nose and a little bit in the middle. Do a bit on the brow bone, Cupid's bow. And then I also just like to do a little bit on my cheekbones as well. So sort of just on top of the bronzer and the blush that we did earlier. So moving on to hair. On race day, I tend to have my hair either natural, so I would have twisted it the night before and then wear it in a low bun, or I sometimes blow it out when I'm traveling if I don't want to be taking loads of products with me. But at the moment I have my hair in braids, and I just like to finish off by just doing a little bit of gel for my edges, just to keep everything slick back out my face. And I just do that by using the same gel that I used for my eyebrows and just sort of brushing it into the hairs. I will say this isn't for every day, but just for race day to kind of feel a little bit sharp. So once my sort of race day routine is complete and I've gone through this process and warmed up and I'm standing on the start line, I think I always just feel complete and ready and sort of in a bit of a state of flow almost. I think I always think about just seeing what happens and just enjoying that moment and taking it all in. That's something that's really important to me because these moments kind of pass us by so quickly, and it's such a privilege to be able to be in that position, fit and healthy and excited to see what my body can do. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of hydration to my lips. Nothing too fancy, I guess, because I'm gonna be drinking lots of fluids on race day and staying hydrated. So a simple balm is what I love to wear, and that'll just protect my skin from the elements as well. And the final step is just to put on my race day headband. I always feel just ready when I have my headband on. It kind of keeps everything in place. And I guess it's that just last step of that ritual that I like to do to feel ready. Okay, and this is the finished look.